Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Richard Liu.
And I'm Julia Vanderkolk.
And welcome to your BNN News Show.
This week we'll be showing you more on bowling,
the choir garage sale,
the C4 career fair,
and winter formal.
More about the Columbus North Bowling Club.
The CNHS Bowling Club JV team won the Southern Indiana Conference. Club sponsor and school nurse Sonia Harrison goes deeper into the subject.
Our JV team, they actually won the entire conference. We ended up winning 91.7% out of 100% of all of our games. Not only did they win, this is a group of kids that consists of all middle school kids. 5 out of 6 of them go to Northside, and we have one that's an 8th grader goes to Central. 3 of them had never bowled before, and they won the conference December 10th. Last year we had one team, and that was a varsity team which consists of, if we were lucky, 5 players. So we pray that nobody got sick and everybody was able to go. This year we have 2 teams which consist, in each team, varsity and JV actually consists of 6 players for each team.
JV champion Caden Brunell describes his experiences throughout the season.
I've done pretty good. At the beginning of the year I was a little bad, but about the middle of the year, I'd say November, my highest score of 140, I got that, and that was a really big accomplishment for me. And then at the competitions I usually get like around 110, that's what I usually get, but yeah. I'd recommend people to it because it's a fun sport. Even if you haven't done bowling before, I think you should at least come to practice next year and get a feel for it, and if you like it, you should join the bowling team. But if you don't like it, I mean, you can just come for fun then.
Bowling Club's final tournament is this Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Columbus Bowling Center. This is Keith Wilson reporting for BNN.
Choir recently had a garage sale. Here's more information about it.
The choir recently held their annual rummage sale. Here's more on the event.
So when we do this garage sale, we call it a rummage sale because we're really not in a garage. We're in the North Cafeteria. This idea came a long time ago. We've done it every year for probably 10 to 12 years, and it's really awesome because it doesn't cost us a thing to do it. And people can clean out their closets over Christmas break, and then all they do is get some booth space. So we provide tables, and the public can come in and shop. Kids are supposed to come up with their own startup change, and then they make all the deals with their customers. They are completely in charge, and then at the end of the sale, when we close everything up, our treasurer goes around and she collects all the money in envelopes for all the kids, and everybody gets whatever they sold. That money goes straight into their very own account for their trip.
This weekend I participated in the Columbus North Choir garage sale, and that's to raise money for the Nashville trip that we're going on, which we are going to be the opener for a concert in the Grand Ole Opry, and then we're also going to tour the city.
This year, I think we raised close to $1,000 overall. I don't know how the breakdown is yet. Treasurer still needs to get back to me on that, but it's always a very successful event for everybody, and we have a lot of fun. We shop on our own. Sometimes we go shop and spend a little bit of our own money at some of the booths, but it's really fun, and the kids really get involved and enjoy it, so it's a good time for all.
So I'm most excited just to go to Nashville with all my friends because we've been preparing this for a long time, so we finally get to put our work to use, and it should be a really fun trip.
We go to Nashville, Tennessee for our spring trip. I've got all 3 choirs that are invited to go. We're taking the Debbie Teens and Music Men, the North Stars, which are both show choirs, and we're also taking our vocal jazz ensemble. This trip isn't mandatory because we do have to raise a lot of money for each kid to go on the trip. They do their own fundraising. We've done a lot of fundraisers this year, and our last one was the garage sale. So that's one that we do every year, and it's really awesome because, you know, it's one of the few places that you can go in the middle of the winter and get some really great bargains, and it's all indoors and easy and it's very accessible.
This is Tabitha Griffin reporting for BNN.
The C4 Career Fair was at Columbus North this week. Here's more about it.
C4 Fair is a day-long showcase of all the C4 programs. Last Wednesday, middle school students visited North to explore their C4 class options. Senior Kylie Lindsay delves deeper into the subject.
Okay, so what I like about the C4 Fair is that we get to interact with tons of different kids and get to see how they work with us wanting to do these amazing different things and how they want to improve their future, so they're here for learning and for all that stuff. So the C4 Fair is helpful on the educational stance because of that same kind of aspect that they come here to learn and to see what they can do with their future and stuff like that. They get to see if they can test different waters, see what they love. If they can love animals or they can love working with people, they just know the medical field. There's just 8 different things they can possibly do.
The C4 Fair aims to help incoming freshmen with their future career choices. Connor Franklin explains.
Well, it's a good chance to get to know what you want to do about your future in high school, like how to get education about your career that you want to do in your life. That's why because I get a chance to know about these opportunities to do.
8th grader McKenna Scott explains what C4 Fair means to her.
I like how it would teach kids for future careers that they might want to do, for their future jobs. Some kids might want to be certain things that they don't really know what they want. They don't really know how to do it, and this just teaches them how to get along with all the assignments and stuff that you have during these careers.
Maddie Sagaston, a junior from East, explains the significance of C4 Fair.
Okay, so what I like about C4 Fair is it's really in-depth, and you get to learn everything about C4 in general. Even if you go to East or North, there's so many different classes that you can take and any sort of thing that you want to do with college. C4 Fair is really helpful on the educational scale because you can get so many different certificates through C4, with nursing or culinary. And then if you're not sure about something, you can always go and check it out with the class.
For more information on the C4 programs, visit the BCSC C4 website or stay tuned to BNN for more coverage. This is Keith Wilson reporting for BNN.
Winter Formal was last weekend. Check out what happened before and after.
BNN went behind the scenes to find out how students prepared for the winter formal last Saturday. From asking a date to choosing the right tie to match her dress, formal ends up becoming one of the most popular school-wide events of the year. BNN conversed with many students regarding their pre-formal expectations.
I'm going with Emma Weatherald. She's also a freshman. I asked her by putting balloons up around her house, and she had to pop the balloons and get the letters out of the balloons and put them on a board.
He asked me to meet him outside of the girls' locker room right after practice. So I did, and he was out there, and he had 2 gifts and then a card. And he told me to open the gifts first, and I did, and it was paintbrushes and canvas, and because he said he knew I liked art, and so that was sweet. But then he told me to open the card, and I did, and the envelope had my name on it, and it was like a Christmas card. But then I opened it, and on the inside it said formal ? And it had a little box with a yes and a little box with a no, and so I said yes.
I'm going with my best friend who I've known for a very long time, and she's not going with her boyfriend this year so that we can finally go together.
To be going to my first high school dance, I feel pretty excited about it because I've heard how fun it is, and all my friends are going to be there.
I don't really know. I've never been to a dance like this, and it feels pretty nerve-wracking. And I'm just excited to try new things and hang out with my friends.
Just kind of going there to have a good time, dance, and I've never really been to a big dance before, so this is going to be kind of a exciting time. I've danced once at my old school because we had a dance training thing or whatever, but we just did the salsa, and I don't think they'll do that.
I'm excited to go because I have never gone before,
and I think it will be a fun experience that I've never had before.
I really like formal. I think it's a great way for younger kids, who can't go to prom, like freshmen and sophomores, to be able to dress up and get the same kind of experience with prom, but they can go younger. And I almost think it's called formal, but it's more casual than prom. It's more acceptable to go with a group of friends at formal than it is at prom, and I really like that.
Some of my friends have said that they went with a date last year and they didn't want to just dance with their date the whole time. They wanted to go dance with their other friends, and they couldn't actually do that.
I don't really like when people just go into the cafeteria and stand around and talk the whole time. And then also it can be a little obnoxious when people are in the middle just going way too far.
BNN made an appearance at the winter formal to ask a few people about their experience.
How's your formal going? It is lit. We are having a great time here at the North Formal. How are you feeling? I am happy. I know a lot of these tunes this year, so it's a good thing. Yeah. How long have you been here? I think 7 years. Who'd you come with?
I came with the beautiful Lauren Frederick.
All right, and how do you think she's holding up? She's avoiding the camera right now, so.
Well, she's just like me. She's tired and about ready to pass out too. So I mean, you got to rehydrate after a while. So.
After the conclusion of the dance, BNN met back with a couple students to ask them about their overall experience with their first high school dance.
I didn't expect it to be like as much high energy jumping around as there was like when the bass drop hits for the songs. Like everyone was jumping up and down. It was really fun.
If I changed anything, I would change the restaurant we went to for dinner before formal. We chose to go to Upland Brewery and we had to wait for 2 hours to be seated. And I would probably choose a restaurant that you can actually make reservations at.
I wish I knew before, like while I was buying the dress, that it would be super uncomfortable and really hot at formal.
Formal went really well for me. I went to dance with a group of friends and it was overall extremely fun. We just danced together and hung out the whole time.
Some bad things that happened was the punch was too sweet and it kind of hurt my teeth, and there wasn't really anywhere to sit, and everywhere you went it was super hot. However, there was some good things that happened, like me and my friends, we had fun and we messed around and we got to dance and hang out, and it was just kind of like a huge stress reliever.
I thought it was really fun because there was a lot of dancing and you can just be around with your friends and do whatever you want, and just have fun, be yourself. It was awesome.
One dance down, one to go. This is Rachel Smith reporting for BNN.
Last week, the Columbus North Marching Band went to Washington, D.C. to attend the inaugural parade. Here's more information about their trip.
Mr. Vice President, this one's for you. The next marching band, the Sound of the North, hails from Vice President Michael Pence's high school alma mater, the Columbus North High School in Columbus, Indiana.
Last week, the Sound of North participated in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity by performing in the 58th inaugural parade. I conversed with Caleb Abshire and Emily Myers to get their opinions on marching in the parade.
This is a really big opportunity for the band because we get to participate in a historical event that's unlike any other. There will only ever be one 58th inaugural parade, and there will only ever be one inauguration for the 45th president unless Donald Trump gets reelected. So I think it was really cool to be able to participate in an event like that, to be a part of history forever.
While on the trip, the band had to drive an hour and a half to Washington, but that didn't affect the memories made while there.
My favorite part about being in the inauguration parade was probably the fact that I was a little less than 12 feet away from the new president of the United States.
Along with marching in the parade, the band visited many memorials and also laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. This is Margaret Carson reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. I'm Richard Liu.
And I'm Julia Vanderkolk.
Make it a great weekend.
Announcement on the show, please email us at nhs_communications@bcsc.k12.in.us. BNN is a proud partner of CNHS Media at Columbus North in Columbus, Indiana. All music is provided by American Music Company.